Welcome to Kenny J TV. If this is your first time, feel free to browse around and don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe and hit that bell for our latest notification. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back to Kenny J TV. Did you know that protecting everything you own can cost less than a cup of coffee a day? Every year, thousands of renters lose everything they own from fire, theft, and other accidents, and many of them wish they would have opted in for renter's insurance. In this video, we're going to break down why renter's insurance is essential, what it covers, and how it can protect you from unexpected headaches. Renter's insurance is an insurance policy that protects your personal belongings and covers liability risk if you're renting a home or an apartment. A common misconception is my landlord policy will cover my belongings, and that is absolutely not true. So what a landlord policy covers is the structure of the home and also any type of personal property that the landlord owns and brings in, as long as it pertains to the maintenance or function of the home. So a renter's insurance policy covers things like your furniture and your clothing, and what it doesn't cover is structural damage or wear and tear to the home. So why purchase renter's insurance? Number one, and the most important to a lot of people, is the cheap cost of renter's insurance. Renter's insurance is one of the cheapest insurance policies that you'll ever get. The renter's insurance policies that I have written are anywhere from $10 to $20 a month. And think of Netflix. You're spending that on streaming services. You're spending that going out to eat. You're honestly spending that on fast food in today's climate. Number two, it protects your belongings. Whether it's theft, fire, or water damage, you can have a peace of mind knowing that the renter's insurance will take care of you. Imagine coming home from a vacation and you see a pipe has burst in the home and all of your furniture is ruined. This could potentially cost you thousands of dollars out of your pocket if you don't invest in renter's insurance. The third reason why you need renter's insurance is because of liability coverage. Of course, accidents happen, and if someone gets hurt in your home or you cause damage to someone else's property, liability coverage will step in and protect you. For example, if your dog bites a neighbor or if you cause a house fire, the liability coverage will step in and cover any repair costs as well as medical payments. And number four, additional living expenses. So if the home becomes inhabitable due to a covered loss, renter's insurance can step in and cover any housing, meals, and other expenses. So for example, if the home catches on fire, instead of you paying thousands of dollars for a hotel, Airbnb, or possibly even a temporary living situation like a temporary apartment, the renter's insurance will step in and under the additional living expenses pay you out for those costs. So who needs renter's insurance? Anyone that is renting. For example, a college student. It's your first time moving away from home and you have textbooks, electronics, clothing, and so much more that you need to cover. For example, when I was in college, I had a friend, his dorm room was burglarized and the renter's insurance stepped in and covered his electronics, so he was able to get a new lap book and brand new textbooks. Also, young professionals. So now you're out of college, you have your first big boy or big girl job. Having that renter's insurance can protect all of the things that you've worked hard for. Your nice gadgets, your nice clothes, your nice electronics, whatever that is. And if something does happen, it doesn't put a financial strain on you and your finances because, again, you've invested in renter's insurance. Also for family. So now you have a family. You're married, you have kids, and as you know, when you have kids, accidents can multiply. So for example, if one of your kids is playing baseball outside and they hit the ball and it goes through your neighbor's window, the liability insurance coverage can step in and pay for any out-of-pocket costs that you would have had to pay if you didn't have renter's insurance. Also, if you have a roommate, renter's insurance is a very smart investment. Even if your roommate decides to opt out of the renter's insurance, your belongings can still be covered. And fun fact, your insurance doesn't cover your roommate, so there are two policies that need to be in place. And a pro tip is check the lease, because a lot of these apartments and a lot of landlords do require everyone in the home to have renter's insurance. And that is a good conversation starter to see in the shared space who's covering what. You want to have these discussions before a loss happens, because if you have renter's insurance and the other person doesn't, it could turn into something that it doesn't need to be if you've never had a discussion on the importance of renter's insurance with your roommate. Tips for choosing renter's insurance: assess your belongings. So start to add up the value of everything that you own or everything you're bringing into the home or the apartment. So many times when I'm helping a client and I ask them, how much personal property coverage do you need? A lot of times I hear, I don't know. So you want to see how much money would you need to replace all of your personal belongings. Number 2, shop around, get multiple quotes, or shop with a broker like myself. I'm able to shop the rate around so you don't have to, and I bring you back the best rate possible. Number 3, bundle your renter's insurance with your auto insurance. Bundling is one of the best ways to get a huge discount on your insurance, and even adding that small policy like a renter's insurance with your auto insurance can save you hundreds of dollars a year on both policies. And also understand the exclusions like natural disasters. You want to look at the policy or ask the agent what isn't covered in my renter's insurance, because you always have the option to add on additional coverage, endorsements to make sure you're fully covered in case a loss does happen. A few myths that people have about renter's insurance is the renter's insurance is too expensive, and as we've seen today, it costs less than a cup of coffee a day to protect your belongings. Another myth is the landlord's insurance policy will cover my belongings. And again, as we spoke earlier in the video, that is not true. The landlord policy covers the structure as well as any personal property that they bring in and they own, as long as it relates to the maintenance or function of the home. And the last myth I always hear is, I don't own anything valuable. Let's think for a second of everything you own, from your furniture to your clothes to your electronics. All of these things can add up fast, and instead of paying $10 a month, would you really want to come out of pocket $3, $4, $5 to $10,000 to replace everything that you own, when you can invest in a renter's insurance policy? So as you see in this video, renter's insurance is a low costing insurance policy that can make a huge difference in your life if a loss does happen, if you're renting a home or an apartment. It is so easy to get a quote from an agent. Reach out to me if you're interested in getting a quote for renter's insurance. We have some of the best affordable insurance rates for renter's insurance. Have you ever been in a situation where renter's insurance may have benefited you and you didn't invest in that renter's insurance? Put that in the comment box below. I would love to read those stories. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit that bell for our latest notification, because we are dropping a video every week. Again, my name is Kenny J, the insurance guru, and this is Kenny J TV.